Okay, this is a follow-up video after 1 year of using my Abu. This is a 5600 C4. It's a really nice reel. It's got obviously it doesn't have the standard handle on it. But if you saw my previous video, I added an Audible clicking drag to it. Well, what happened is it worked great throughout the year, but listen to it now. Maybe you can hear it's like extremely faint. I'm pretty sure what I did is I really tried to lock it down when I was fighting some weak fish from the kayak last year. Feels like a weak fish. Pulling some drag. Yeah. See if I can land him. It's a nice one. He's a big one. Fuck. It's a nice fish. Dang. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm pretty sure I know what's up with it, and it's not gonna be that hard of a fix. So I'm gonna take this apart and see if I can diagnose the root cause of why the aftermarket Audible clicking drag is not clicking, and also fix it. I don't think it's gonna be hard at all. But well, let's hope. Gotta get a couple more tools. Okay. And back. Let's get the light going. I forgot I moved my wrench when I was putting new bathroom fixtures in. Okay, a little dirty there. Nothing crazy. I'll clean that up when it's time to put it back on. I just want to see if I can get to the root cause of the Audible drag not clicking anymore. Wow. Dang. I get kind of tight. Just kind of working that back and forth. Might have to get out some WD-40. And again, I'm using this like exclusively in saltwater from a kayak, so it does get wet. It gets sprayed from salt water. Yeah, it's funny, I don't remember the handle. Being this hard to get off or put on. I wonder if it got tweaked. Yeah, there's some more corrosion on the back, so let me do that. Definitely loosens it up a little bit. Gotta be careful not to damage the shaft, but wow. I'm just looking at this. Yeah, that's salt accumulation. All right. Definitely have to do some detailed work on cleaning these out, but first let me see if I can get down to the root cause of the clicker not working. just a little bit. And while I'm here, I'm going to take these screws out. I've caught this is so I use this on a Jigging World Onyx 7-foot medium heavy conventional rod, and this is my heavy bottom contact rig. And this being aluminum frame, it's got all the torque in the world where I can, drop 3 ounces of lead, roll it on the bottom, and if I catch something, winch it up. Very, very, very happy with the reel. But again, I only use it 1 year, and I want to check to see how the inside held up to the saltwater exposure. What? That looks like oil in there. Whoa. That was not cool. I'm going to have to pay attention to that later. So all in all, first thing I'm doing, I'm just checking to see if there's any corrosion on the inside. None. So it's fairly well sealed, held up well. Why can't I get... There's a little bit of gunk, probably salt in there, and that's, making it hard to take this bad boy out. Yeah, I've been using it with all the centrifugal brakes off. That looks clean. All of it looks pretty clean. I do think this time around I'm going to put a layer of grease in between these parts where they meet up. A layer of grease is an additional protection against saltwater intrusion. Alright, so anyways, back to the diagnosis. Why I think the drag clicker isn't cracking. Get this carbon washer out. Is, I think, one of the teeth got bent. Oh geez, I hope it isn't broke. I hope it's just bent. Gotta be careful with that. So here's what it is. Oh no, it's starting to crack. Check it out. It bent back because it's cracking. Well, that's a bummer. I must have tightened it. Okay, lessons learned. Okay, this is the mechanism that makes the clicking sound. See, I got all the sharp teeth in there, and when the clicker drags on those, right, it goes click, 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 makes a nice sound. This particular piece, and maybe this is why they do it. It has these 2 prongs, but only one of them had the tip bent down, and I just broke it. So like, if you can see it, that's what it would have looked like. This side is not bent down, but right there is. And when it goes along, that's what triggers the clicking sound. Now, somehow, and I just broke it off, it's not very thick metal. So that, that's a problem there. What I can do is carefully take this other metal piece that, wasn't engaged anyways, and just bend the tip down to the same degree that this one was, and that's not much, and put it back in, and hopefully get another year out of it. And I gotta look back through the box, because I thought, did it come with two? I can't remember. Anyways, let me get a plier. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and throw it back on, and just be mindful not to tweak it down too much. All right, so I'm just trying to get a feel for how much I need to bend it down. Not much. I'm gonna carefully. I grabbed another pair of pliers because what I was afraid was going to happen was when I started to bend that tip, like the whole arm was going to bend down, which wouldn't have done a damn thing. So instead, I'm going to hold the arm that way. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And let me just take a quick look. Look at that. Cat fur. Oh. Yeah. I think that's gonna work. Okay, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna clean things up a little bit. There's residue from the drag washers in there. Just gonna do a overall general maintenance. Just examining some residue on there. Now, with the smaller drag washers that come with the kit, this isn't a problem. Like there's some residue on the shinier part. I'm going to change the order that the drag stack goes in. Just to shake things up a little bit here over here. I'm not going to grease these parts. Just looking for signs of corrosion or damage to those star teeth. I see none. I am slightly paranoid that I might have bent that too far. So just gonna back it off a teeny bit. And in the future, I'm gonna remember not to lock that thing down. interesting. So check this out. There is some rust on one of the metal, the last metal, the top metal washer that came with the kit. So I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit. No, it's on the top. So I'm not worried about the performance. I'm gonna get very fine sandpaper. Some of my modeling 500 grit. Now, I wouldn't do that to the part that sits on the carbon washers, but for this it's fine, and I'm going to put some grease on that. Get my grease. This happens when you get older. My grease is here. Dude, wake up. I gotta get a... So not a lot of saltwater intrusion, but there had to have been some for that. Even if it was just like moisture accumulating, there had to have been some dripping down the shaft. Maybe that's how it got on there. Put a little bit on the inside. Not a lot, just a little. And I'll spend a little time cleaning out the threads on the handle shaft. Just get some gunk in there. Let that sit for a little bit while I clean the rest. So what did I want to do here? I was just a little bit surprised how all this oil got in there. I mean, not oil, grease. Not seeing a ton to do in there. And don't grease those roller bearings. They all appear to be fine. I'm going to put a little bit of my Real X into those parts. And, oh yeah, I was cleaning the, I was trying to remember what I was doing. Cleaning up the handle threads, shaft threads. Okay, and listen to this. You can already hear it clicking, so that's going to work for sure. Right, and what did I want to do? All right. So even though one of the teeth broke after, 30 kayak trips, probably caught around 200 fish on this reel. And generally, good fighting bottom fish, not giants. Did catch some good sized fish, but nothing crazy. Do I still think would I buy it again? Knowing that I only got a year out of one of those teeth. Yeah, I would, because the clicking drag is just really that cool. But at today's tariff rates, I don't know what I would set my maximum that I would pay for it, because I only paid like $12 for this from AliExpress back before the current administration came along and decided to impose tariffs. Maybe 20 would be my limit. Yeah, probably 20 is my limit. I'm just gonna, that looks pretty good. I mean, just don't really need, this Teflon stuff doesn't really need any grease on it. But that bearing in there can use some oil. And just put a little bit on there and let it work itself in. Try to clean that out. Okay, that feels good. Trying to remember which way it goes. No. Maybe. Nope. Oh, I just saw some more gunk. I want to clean that up. basically I've been finding little pieces where some saltwater crud has been accumulating and just cleaning those out as I go. Not a lot. I'm gonna get that cat fur out of there. But definitely more than what I would normally see in a spinning reel. Just putting a thin layer of grease. And back to what I was doing. I was trying to put this on. Right. I think that's it. Yep. And I get that nice layer of grease sandwiched in between those two metal pieces. I got to put some more grease on that gear, like it all came out. So I might as well do that now. Put these screws back on. Before I go any further, yep, I just want to make sure everything works. Let me just do a quick test, see if loosen this drag up a little bit. Yeah, hear that? There's the click again. Kind of grown because I don't know how long it's going to last. I think it might only make it one more season. Then I got a choice. I got a face. Do I use it without the clicker? Can I survive without the clicker? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I'll get to that when I have to. Hopefully I can get many more years out of it. So the one thing I would say is, last year, when I got this, I kept going like this all the time because it sounds so awesome. I'm not going to do it as much this year. So anyways, that was the cause. What I thought, I didn't expect it to be broken. I thought it just was going to be bent out a little bit. Luckily, that washer piece with the tooth had two sides to it, and I could just bend down the second one. So hopefully get at least another year out of it, hopefully more. Anyways, thanks for watching. Get fishing soon.